Welcome everyone. My name is Tammy and I'll be guiding you through our Hatha yoga class. Our intention for this evening is awareness of breath. Our focus is on opening up through the hips, releasing through our lower back. Awareness of our breath is going to really help us to do that, to let ourselves to relax into the posture, focusing on what is happening with our physical sensations, mental sensations that we're feeling through our body. We'll begin by lying down on our back. I'll just move over to my mat. Turning over to your back, if you're on your side of the body, gently bending through the knees, letting your shoulders rest. Place your hands down to the floor, palms down. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. See if you can touch your heels. That's about the correct distance that you want your heels to be away from your bottom. Let your shoulders relax. Close your eyes. Let yourself take a moment here. Start to tune into your breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Let your body soften. Our knees are bent to help take pressure off of the lower back. Opening up your eyes, draw your arms out and open in line with your shoulders. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then open up your arms again in line with your shoulders. Give yourself a nice big hug. This time, inhale, open up. Exhale, hug, cross your arms the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross your arms the opposite way. And then open up one more time and then place your hands, palms down by your sides. Drawing your pelvis up towards the ceiling with a flowing movement. Inhale, draw your pelvis up towards the ceiling, always looking up towards the ceiling so you don't kink your neck. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, drawing down. Knees are pointing up towards the sky. Two more times. Inhale, drawing up. Exhale, draw down. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, draw down. This time, take your right knee in and then the left knee in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Rock side to side. Rock forwards and backwards. Your head can come off the floor. Little massage into the spine. And then let your head rest. Right foot and left foot down towards the ground. Okay, check those heels again. See if you can touch your heels. Let your body soften. Lifting up your right foot into figure four. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Let your pelvis release into the ground with your exhale breath. So inhale nice and long through the body. Exhale, let your pelvis soften. Flexing your foot to take pressure off of the knee. If you like, you can place your right hand onto the inside of your right knee, opening up a little bit more. With your inhale breath, threading the needle, wrap your right hand and left hand around the left leg. If that's comfortable for you, you can keep your left foot on the ground still. Wrapping the hands around around the left leg, flexing both the feet. So finding what is going to work for you. Relax through your shoulders, inhaling and exhaling. Feel the breath come into the back of your throat. Just like a wave. With your exhale breath, if your foot is up, placing it down towards the ground, releasing your right foot, crossing your left foot over, left ankle over the right knee. Let yourself just release into the ground here. Take a moment, place your left hand onto the inside of the left knee if you like, flexing your foot again to take that pressure off of the knee. Relax. Let your hips start to open. If you like, you can take your right hand, left hand, wrapping around the left leg, picking that right foot off the ground, flexing both feet. Place your left hand onto the inside of the left knee, if you like, opening up into our pelvis a little bit more, into your hip. With the exhale breath, let your foot come down to the ground if it is up, and then draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, then place both feet down to the ground. Take your feet wider than the hips. Place your hands down to the ground, a little bit up towards the shoulders, and then windshield wiper knees side to side. Just find what's going to be comfortable for you. Your feet don't have to be that wide. Hold center. Take your feet back in. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Take the right knee in towards your chest. Take your left leg up towards the sky and flex the foot. Feel the stretch into the hamstrings. One more inhale, exhale breath, one cycle of breath. With the exhale breath, let yourself release, bending that knee. Take your foot down to the ground. Take your left foot down, right foot down to the ground. Then taking your left knee in towards the chest. Taking the right leg up towards the sky and flex your foot. Holding this stretch. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Feeling the length, feeling that stretch into your hamstrings. There are a number of reasons that our hips get really tight, lower back gets really tight. Stress, mental, physical stress that we place on our bodies, definitely part of it. Physical limitations, any kind of injuries that we may have. And slowly, let's release, bending that right knee. Take your foot down to the ground. Take your left foot down to the ground. Roll over to the side of the body and then make your way up. Come to table, all fours here. Wrists underneath your shoulders. Relax through those shoulders. You can do a little swish through the body, wag of your tail. Come forward and back. You can open up your hands wider now than the shoulders and do circles through the body. Bend the elbows. And then the other way. Okay. Stepping forward with the right hand. So come back to tabletop, wrists in line with your shoulders here first. And then step forward with the right hand. Step forward with the left hand. Toes down to the ground. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Engage your bandhas. So lift up through the pelvic floor muscles. Draw your navel in. Draw your heart in. Lift up through your top palate also. Toes down, draw the hips up towards the sky, alternating knees here. Let the head hang. And then everyone bend through the knees. Bend through the knees when you need to. You can do a little shift through the toes here, and then draw the knees down to the ground and let them hover. And then nice and strong, push up to downward facing dog. And then draw the knees down, let them hover. Push up to downward facing dog. And then all the way down into child's pose. So uncurl the toes, take your arms back, or they could be forward. Let the forehead rest however you like. See if you can sit back into those heels now. You may want to do a little shift and then sit back. Slowly make your way back up to all fours, toes down towards the ground, into downward facing dog again. Step forward with the right hand, left hand. Draw your pelvis up towards the sky, nice upside down V. Bend through the knees, look to the hands, walk your feet towards your hands. I'm just going to turn my body so you can see me. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, all the way up to halfway, Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, nice and strong, feel grounded through your feet and come all the way up. Draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, taking your hands to your heart center. I'll turn to face you here and then you'll be able to have a good see too of what's going on if you need to. But just following along with my voice to help you through all of the movements. Our first sun salutation. So set yourself up, root yourself down into the ground, lift up through the arches of your feet. Check to see if you are 2 fists distance apart with your feet. So 2 fist distance. Nice big inhale breath. First sun salutation, draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, bend through the knees, hinge through the hips, so fold forward. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back. Your elbows can come out to the sides if you like. Exhale, take your hands down to the ground, step back with the right foot, left foot to a plank, chaturanga, and then jut your body forward. Draw the knees down towards the ground, elbows in close to the body, and slowly fold into the ground. Uncurl the toes, tops of your feet down, pubic bone down. Your tops of your fingers are in line with your nipples. Inhale, coming up to up dog, push down through the tops of your feet. Exhale down, let's do that again. Inhale, come up, elbows tuck them in. Exhale, release one more time. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, downward facing dog. So take the toes back, coming up nice and strong, push, 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 push. Come up to your knees, and then downward facing dog. Alternate knee bends. You can find stillness, bend through the knees. You can come into child's pose, finding what's going to work for you. You can do a little shift through the hips. And then everyone, bend through the knees, look to your hands, walk your feet forward. Ankles, knees, hips in line with one another. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, draw your arms up overhead. Same thing. Just going through a sun salutation again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, take your hands down to the floor and step back with your right foot, left foot to plank. This is chaturanga, jutting the body forward and then fold into the ground. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Just a little quicker now. And then hold downward facing dog there. And hear your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. With your next exhale breath, bend to the knees, look to your hands, walk your feet forward. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. One more time through. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, release. Bend through the knees as much as you need. Step back with your right foot, left foot. Jut the body forward and then slowly come down to the ground. You can come to your knees and then fold. Inhale to up dog. So uncurl the toes, pubic bone down, tops of your feet down and lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale here. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Let the head hang. You are gripping your mat with your finger pads, externally rotating through the tops of your arms, upside down V. Draw those hips up. Again, bend the knees as much as you need. Taking pressure off that lower back. Everyone bending through the knees, look to your hands, walk, step, or jump your feet forward to your hands. Ankles, knees, and hips in line still. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Okay, sun salutation B is next. We did A. We're just adding on 2 more parts. We're adding on a squat and our lunge. Bringing your big toes together if you like. Your ankles, knees, and hips can still be in line with each other. So a little bit more challenging now. Into our squat is the first part with a nice inhale. Draw your arms up and sit back into a squat. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, so the same thing, halfway lift, come up to halfway. Exhale to plank. Take your hands down, step back with your right foot, left foot to a strong plank here. Jut the body forward, fold into the ground. Inhale to up dog, uncurl the toes, pubic bone down, tops of the feet down, and lift, draw the elbows in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift the right leg up off of the ground to 3-legged dog. Flex your foot and then step that foot between your hands for a nice big lunge. Coming up all the way, your hands can be on your thighs, hips, or arms up overhead, and then turn your pinkies to the back. So turn them in and to the back. Relax through the shoulders. This will help take the pressure off the shoulders. Release. Knee is pointing straight ahead. Keep breathing. With a nice big inhale breath, we'll lift up and then exhale, fold to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg straight up to 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, coming up. So nice and strong. Hands wherever is going to work for you. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. With your exhale breath, we're folding and into downward facing dog. Nicely done, everyone. 2 more cycles of breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Everyone bending through the knees, lift your hands, walk, step, or jump the feet forward. Your big toes can touch. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale to squat. And then exhale, coming up. Your arms can come the opposite way. And then hands to your heart center. One more time through, just like we did. Inhale to squat. Exhale, up and dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank, chaturanga. Jutting the body forward and lower. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, up to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step between your hands a little bit quicker. Inhale, coming all the way up. Point the knees straight ahead. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to 3-legged dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up, however is going to work for you. Exhale to downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. You can be in child's pose, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. With your exhale breath, bending through the knees, look to the hands, walk, step, or jump your feet forward. Big toes again can touch. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale to squat. Exhale, coming up, and your arms can come the opposite way. Okay, very good. Lots going on there, sun salutations. Okay, coming to the top of your mat. And a little shift through the hips here. Place, just taking your hands down towards the ground. Turn your palms to face forward. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Then here, taking your big toes together. Sitting down into a nice squat. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see my body at first, so that your knees are not passing your toes for this squat. Sit your bottom back. Okay, so we're twisting over to the right side if that works for you. Place your hands to your heart center. Root yourself down into the ground. Draw your skin into your muscles into your bones. Nice and strong. Lift up through the arches of your feet, sitting back into the squat. Check your alignment so that your knees are not passing your toes. You can remain here with a nice big inhale. Hold. Exhale, rotating your upper body to the right side, placing your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Your left knee is going to want to jut forward. Don't let it. So pull it back. Line those knees up. You can turn your gaze, looking to the side. You can turn your gaze, your drishti, towards corner of the wall. With your exhale breath, releasing, and then just come out of this twist. Let your hands come down, draw your bottom up towards the sky, alternate knee bends, let the head hang. And then you can be still if you like. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, take your hands to your heart center and sit back into the squat. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rotating to our left side. So your right elbow is going to outside of the left knee. Your right knee is going to want to jut ahead. So check your knees so they're square in line. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twist. Relax your shoulders. With your exhale breath, slowly releasing, take your hands down, draw your hips up, let the head hang, alternate knee bends. With your inhale breath, come up to halfway lift, flat back, nice and straight. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Okay, very nice. Making our way to the ground. Come to the top of your mat again if you're not already there. If you like, you can make your way to the ground however you like, or we're doing half of the sun salutation. So half of the first sun salutation, A, Namaskara A, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank. Chaturanga, your choice, jutting the body forward and fold. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend through the knees. Look to your hands, walk, step, or jump your feet forward. Okay, we are here. We're doing very well. Halfway through our class. Okay, take the legs forward. I'll sit this way now. Take your legs forward, remove the fleshy part from your bottom. Ankles, knees, and hips in line with each other. Sitting up nice and tall, toes pointing up towards the sky. With your inhale breath, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. If you like, you can use something to rest your forehead. You can use a block, a bolster, blanket, pillow. With your next inhale breath, make your way up. Arms can come up overhead. Exhale, releasing. Okay, take your blanket or pillow, whatever you had, just to the side here now. Take your legs wide. So that was Paschimottanasana. Our next one, we're opening our legs up into a nice wide V here. Sitting up nice and tall again. If you would like to bend the knees at any time, please do so. And then you can do a fold forward just like this. No problem. If you like, legs straight, toes pointing up towards the sky. And nice big inhale breath. Exhale, folding forward with our back straight, flat. Relax your shoulders. You will notice with this wide leg forward fold, using your breath, it really helps you to just start to let your body sink into this posture. Upavishta Konasana. Relax the shoulders. With the next inhale breath, making your way up. Exhale, Releasing, take your right foot in and then the left foot in to Baddha Konasana. It is butterfly. Taking both of your feet together, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, draw your elbows down to your inner thighs. Folding forward. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. With the next exhale breath, coming out, taking the right leg forward, left leg forward, and just give yourself a little shake out. Murchasana C, sage pose. Cross your right foot over top of the left leg. Sit up nice and tall. So a few different versions of sage pose here. You can bend the left knee. You can lift the right hip off and then set it back down to the ground. Relax your shoulders. Or have that left leg straight. Finding what's going to work for you, what's accessible for you. Your hands can just hold that knee in towards the chest. You can take that right arm behind, tent the fingers if you like, or hand is down, finding what's going to work for you. Let the shoulder release though. If you notice that it's rising up towards the ear, just relax it, relax the shoulders. Inhale, drawing up. Exhale, twisting over to the right side. Looking over, the right shoulder is the last part. Think of the spine like a spiral staircase from the lumbar to the thoracic to the cervical spine rotating. With the next exhale breath, making your way out, this twist. And release the right leg to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall with your inhale breath. Finding what's going to work for you. You can have that right knee bent, also tucking in. If you like, your right elbow can go onto the outside of the left knee here too. Again, finding what's going to work for you tonight. Inhale. Exhale, rotating over to the left side. Inhaling, hold. Exhale, you can twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, growing taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale again, growing taller. Exhale, slowly making your way out of our twist. Take your hands down towards the ground here and legs in front. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Next posture, boat pose, Navasana. I'm just going to turn my body this way so you can see me. This would be that rounded spine and then a straight spine. A straight spine is what we're looking for here. So heels down towards the ground. You can hold underneath your knee pits, so behind your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Finding what level is going to work for you. You can hold right here. You can lift one leg off the ground if you like, or the other, and then try lifting both of your feet off the ground. You can bring those legs together if you like, or apart. You can release your hands, straight spine, so lift up through the chest, strong through your core, and then release. Cross your right leg over top of that left leg, and then lift your bottom off of the ground. And then back into boat and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your left leg over top of the right and then lift your bottom up. Take it up, Asana, and then back into boat and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the right over top of the left. Take it up, Asana, sitting up, and then back to boat and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, look at your toes, and 1, cross your left over top of the right. Take it up, Asana, and up, and one more time, hold boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cross your right over the left, and lift. Nice, lots of strength, core strength through all of those postures. Okay, back into tabletop. I'll turn my body this way so you can see me. Step forward with the right hand, left hand. Come into downward facing dog. We're making our way to pigeon. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Inhale, draw your right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee and bring the knee forward, and then turn the knee out to the right wrist. Left toes down towards the ground to help square the hips with a nice big inhale, lift. Exhale, release, fold into the ground for sleeping pigeon. You can let the forehead rest on your hands, cushion, mat, whatever's going to work for you. You can uncurl the toes if you like. If you find that your hips are square, you can uncurl the toes. I do like to have my toes down. It really does help to keep those hips square. If you find that you need a cushion underneath of the right hip, please do so. And slowly making your way out of pigeon. And then step back with that right foot to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg straight up towards the sky. And then exhale, bend the knee, turn the knee out to the left wrist. And then sit up nice and tall, right toes down towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale, folding to sleeping pigeon. And then again, finding what's going to work for you. That left hip, you can have a nice pillow underneath, letting it rest. And I'm so sorry, I never did say, but you can lie on your back and do figure 4 also. You can also sit on a chair and cross your ankle over your knee. Slowly releasing, coming out of pigeon or figure 4. And then back, downward facing dog or child's pose, and then everyone to child's pose. Bring the big toes together, and then however you like, your knees can be further apart, so taking them out to each side edge of your mat. Big toes together, sit back into your heels. Hands can come forward. You can use your pillow if you want to rest the forehead or your hands, stacking them, fists on top of fists. Finding what's going to work for you. Slowly come out of child's pose. With our next posture, if it's not comfortable for you to lie on your tummy, you can lie on the side of your body. And then lie on the side of your body like this. Or you are lying on your tummy. I'm just going to turn so you see me this way. Lying on our tummies for Shavasana on our belly. Let the right cheek rest on the mat. Your arms are just by your sides. From here, we're moving into locust. So just lifting up your head, lifting your arms off of the ground, lifting your feet up, draw your navel in, engage your bandhas, and lift your legs and your arms up and hold. Look down to the ground, keep holding, draw that navel in, pull nice and tight, draw, 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 and then slowly release. Let the left cheek rest on your mat. And then turn from here. We're coming into half bow. I'll show you this version on the side too. Take your left arm forward, bend to the right knee, hold onto your ankle with your right hand. Let the forehead rest on your forearm of your left arm. You're pushing your left hip down into the ground as you are pulling your right, pulling in towards the body as you are pushing out with your ankle. Let the forehead rest, push the pelvis into the ground, right side. If you're doing this on the side of the body, it would look like this. Flexing your foot, everyone. And slowly release. Let the right cheek rest. Shavasana on your belly. And if you're on the side of your body, just release. Let yourself relax. Moving into our other side, so take your right arm up, bend your left leg. Let the forehead rest on your forearm. Hold onto your ankle with your left hand. Forehead's resting, pushing that pelvis in towards the ground. Left hip in toward the ground, in towards the ground. You're kicking away as you're pulling in towards the body. Lying on the side of the body, same thing as before. And everyone slowly releasing. Let your left cheek rest on the floor. If you're on Shavasana, in Shavasana, on your belly. And slowly everyone release. You can come into child's pose here. Let yourself take a moment. And then coming up. Okay, clearing anything that is in your way for any of your props. Coming to the side of your body and then lying down on the ground, or one vertebra at a time, making your way down. And you are making a C curve through your spine, and slowly make your way down towards the ground. Let the head rest. Take your knees into the chest, give yourself a little squeeze. Bridges next. We did bridge at the beginning of our class as a flowing movement. Bridge right now, we'll hold. So please don't look around when you do bridge. You're always looking up towards the sky. Not putting pressure onto our neck. Support is into the shoulders, backs of your arms. Draw the pelvis up towards the sky. If you like, so looking up towards the sky, if you like, you can walk your arms underneath your hips and then hold onto your hands. The closer your palms are together, the deeper the stretch. So finding what's going to work for you. Thinking about lengthening through your spine. So if you find that you're overextending into the lumbar spine, please release. Slowly releasing your hands and walk your arms back out to the sides. Draw your pelvis down towards the ground. Take your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Release. Take your right leg up and over your left leg. And then lift your legs up and over to the left side. Your arms can come in line with your shoulders. Turn your head the opposite way of your legs. Close your eyes. Let yourself find that stillness here. Use your breath to help find that softness. If you find that this is too much of a stretch into your chest, you can take your right arm in towards the body. If you find that your left hip is pinching a little bit, you do not have to cross your legs. Your legs can just sit on top of each other with the knees bent. Take your head back towards the center if you did turn it. Take your legs back towards the center, nice and strong through the core. Uncross your legs, take your legs up, and then cross your left leg up and over top of the right leg, and then take your legs up and over to the right side. If you like, turn your head the opposite way of your legs. Close your eyes also. Exhale, let yourself find that stillness. Drawing your head back towards center, strong through the core. Draw your legs up to the center. Take your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. And then release. Take your feet down towards the ground. Take your shoulders up towards your ears. Let them release. And then draw your arms open to in line with your shoulders. And then exhale, big hug. And then open up with your inhale breath. Exhale, big hug. Cross your arms the opposite way. Pull down on the shoulders now. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross your arms the opposite way. Pull down on the shoulders. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross your arms the opposite way and then pull down on the shoulders. Releasing. Making our way to Shavasana, corpse pose. So you can come over to your right side and then using anything that you might need. So a blanket, something warm to put on, and then finding what is going to work for you. You may want to lie on the side of your body. You can lie, of course, on your back. And the further that you take your arms away or your legs away, being more open, you can have your knees bent if you find that you still have a little bit more tension into the lower back. So finding what's going to work for you. And I'll just give you a moment to do that. Letting yourself find that stillness here. Let your body soften. Let your breath soften. Your eyes are closed. And your eye sockets feel heavy. Your lips come together and then they part. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly starting to wiggle your toes, starting to wiggle your fingers. Becoming aware of your breath. Feeling a nice peace come over you, surround you. Little shift through the body. If you're lying down on your back, you can bend through the knees and then take the right arm overhead. And then roll over to your right side to fetal. Take a moment here. And then making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Your hips can be higher than your hamstrings. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for our Hatha yoga session. Namaste.